We're building both of them because we just can't help ourselves. We had to complicate something.
Suspension, wheels, tires, brakes. We get these things on these cars and they're ready to go for the track.
Damn, look at that camera, boy.
Oh yeah. All right, we got 2 new project cars today. The boys are gonna give the rundown on everything we're doing to them. What do we got going on here?
That's right, we're gonna put an F1 engine into this thing.
Yeah.
Do a powerboat engine in the BRZ.
2 powerboat engines.
And a jump.
Just kidding. We actually want these cars to run and to be done in less than a year.
Yo,
Really simple.
I feel fucking attacked.
This was actually all just an attack on you. So what we're gonna do, build 2 of our favorite driver-specific cars. Building cars for YouTube just makes horrible cars. You know what the best cars are? Bolt-on cars.
Never found it apart.
AP2 S2000 and a BRZ with simple mods will get you more seat time, more fun on track, will give you less headaches, less time in the shop being miserable working on the thing.
Yep. And as you know, our friends from NOS Energy, yep, the same guys that make this versus that for free for you guys. We also do a build with them every year that you can win.
So if you want to win this car, go into any one of their retailers all around the United States and be entered to win. Learn more at this here website because who could trust me? Some simple track day mods.
Yeah, and it's a really, really simple recipe to make these work. Rear wheel drive, analog, and only a couple mods. Wheels, tires, suspension, brakes, and track prep. That's it. You don't touch the engine. Keep it reliable. If you want a new car with a warranty that you could get off a dealer's lot, don't deal with any of the used car stuff, you get the BRZ. If you want old school, you want some of those kind of nostalgia vibes, you get the S2000.
And obviously, we're building both of them because we just can't help ourselves. We had to complicate something.
So what do we got? The S2000 actually came set up on some coilovers, so we're gonna leave those, but we got some brand new Motegis wrapped in Yokohama 8009s because the most important thing you wanna do, not pack on weight with some heavy wheels, but also get some sticky tires.
Both of these cars are actually really, really close to each other in weight. So similar weight wheel. So we got Advans 255 on each car, square setup. We got the Motegi MR 152s. I kind of like those. It's like a Mugen kind of look.
Flow-formed, lightweight, 18 by 9.5, so good amount of wheel.
The Tracklight 3.0, we had them painted bronze because bronze on blue, it's kind of hot.
People always overlook good pads, good fluid. So we've got some Hawk, HPS on this one, low dust, having high heat resistance.
Yep, and the
along
fluid.
with fluid. Pads and fluid on OEM brakes will get you a really long way. There's value on big brake kits, but if you're not ready to spend the money, pads and fluids first.
Especially when you're starting out.
Then we got some BC Racing coilovers and a bunch of arms. Last year we built the BRZ for a giveaway and we learned that when you put all the suspension on it and you want to get your wheel and tire fitment set up, you're pretty limited to camber and caster adjustments with stock arms, so we're going to change those out.
And that's really it. I mean, it's a simple combo for each of these cars. Suspension, wheels, tires, brakes. We get these things on these cars and then they're ready to go for the track. Now, on this one, obviously, it's a used car. So it's got a little chip here. It's got super mega bacon fender here. Can we talk about this soft top?
I'm not sure this is a better fix than just using duct tape.
It's like a little Halloween spec.
Shit, that's so spooky.
I think we should ditch that because these look really, really good with a carbon hard top.
It saves like 40 pounds.
Nice. Oh, it even came with an exhaust. Not that an exhaust does a ton power-wise on this
No,
thing,
but S2000, you need at least a cat back.
Yeah.
Make some noise.
you gotta let that thing sing.
Yeah.
And then the one other thing that we would like to add is a seat. A proper bucket seat gets you planted in the car, a lot more confident in the driving. We don't have those yet, but we're gonna smash some seats in the S2000 for you guys. And to be honest, these seats, although they're a little tired, they just got a couple little cracks, whatever. We're gonna chuck those on the eBay store, so check out our digital swap meet on eBay.
But honestly, S2000 seats in anything other than an S2000 is pretty friggin' epic. But
yeah, so yeah, we already got the one set of wheels and tires mounted, which is nice. So we just got to mount those, get the suspension going. Then we'll work on some aesthetic stuff. And really at the end of the day, I want to find a track that we can all bring everybody's cars.
Yeah.
Kyle, you got to bring the Subaru out.
I'll blow it up.
Jolly's gonna bring out a Z that he just converted to grip driving spec. We want to do a track day with everybody, not just these two cars.
Turned off the light.
It'll be fun to compare them back to back, but
I just drank that whole nos. Let's get to work.
okay, all right. What are we gonna work on first? Are we gonna split?
I got an idea. Old guys versus new guys.
Oh, hey, that's right.
We're the new guys, huh?
Hey, new guy over here. New crew?
Yeah,
New crew?
All right, you guys are on BRZ. We're on S2000.
No way.
What do you mean?
I claimed S2000 already.
What, you got shit in your ears? Come on!
Me and you are on the S2000.
Let's go,
you
yeah.
dipshit.
Yeah, BRZs, yeah.
What a plan.
What a plan, good plan, good plan.
Listen, I'm a nice guy, right? They got to do arms, suspension, all
Yeah.
this stuff means you just have to do wheels and brake pads. So I'm going to extend an olive branch. Guys, I realize that this is a little bit of an unfair advantage, so I'm going to mount your tires.
That's a dude move.
Yeah, remember that when you're going out boating and you have to call your friend. When you're looking through your contact list on who you should call to go boating and scroll past all the girls and juicy boys.
Wait, who qualifies as a juicy boy? Oh,
She's
hell
looking
yeah.
pretty juicy right now.
You know, there are a lot of ways that you can make your car faster, especially when it comes to turning times at the track. And not all of those include throwing a bunch of horsepower at it. One of the best ways you can do that is by adding lightness. Let's talk about these anti-gravity batteries for a second. The good thing about these batteries is that they last up to 3 times the lifespan of a typical lead acid battery. And have I mentioned that they're lighter? You can save up to 35 pounds in just the battery alone. That is massive. Each one of these batteries has a built-in battery management system that ensures protection from over-discharging, overcharging, short-circuiting, and more. Another cool feature about these anti-gravity batteries is that they come in OEM sizes for a perfect drop-in replacement. So if you got a tight space like in this Corvette here, where you basically need it to be the exact size, boom, it fits right in, no modification needed whatsoever. So if you want to pick up one of these anti-gravity batteries for your car or motorcycle or boat or RV or whatever, you can click the link in the description below, use code Hoonigan at checkout for 15% off, or if you feel like typing it in, go to antigravitybatteries.com.
All right, so plan of action here. First, we're gonna get the wheels off. We're gonna take out the old suspension, install all the new suspension and the Hawk brake pads. Vin's actually being generous to help us out. We're mounting the wheels and tires because the S2K doesn't really have nearly as much stuff to do.
I'm mounting your tires for you and you're just talking to a video camera. Why don't you do some work? I'm always working.
Done almost nothing. Taking one bolt out, started struggling, and then ran off to find different tools. So now I'm just trying to get ahead of the game and see what else is coming off, instead of just standing there waiting like an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Come sail away.
Damn, look at that camera, boy.
optimal track performance, you want as much negative camber up front as possible. Obviously, race car style, we dialed in negative 27 camber up front, positive 5 in the rear. That gets you the best handling characteristics you can get on one of these cars. Dial it a little more. Give it a little more camber.
So what you doing, Cody?
I get off this end-ling right here. Such a low part of the car to where water gets on it and then just like to rust away. So almost every time you take one of these off, it likes to spin. Ooh, it's gonna fall on my face.
Oh, you working on a lift, right? You don't have to lay under it.
You know, I'm used to living it rough, right?
Yeah, we know you're from the streets of Hard Knocks. But yeah.
Big 951 guy over here.
Maybe we'll actually use the lift.
All right, so just running my fingernail across the rotor. They don't feel worn at all. No like real divots or anything, and just visually it looks all right. So the next thing's pads. Starting out, you have the HPS 5.0. This is a really, really good pad for street driving, street performance, autocross, stuff like that. But if you're doing higher speed stuff on the track, 100+ mile an hour, like really heavy braking zones and everything like that, you get something like the DTC 30s. So these work in a much higher temp range. You can put a lot more stopping into them. When you're doing a lot of track day lapping and everything, especially in the heat, this is the pad you want to run. This is more street friendly, this is more track friendly, and honestly on these it's easy enough to change out that it's good to have choices on both. Pairing new versus old, a bit more pad life, but really it's about the compound.
All right, Cody, we got a bunch of parts on this table. You want to walk me through what they are, what they do?
First of all, big shout out, partshopmax.com. Legit stuff, good quality. We have our lower arms. These are our upper arms right here. These are gonna be our trailing arms, and these are our toe arms. This is all for the rear right here, especially on BRZs. They're very tricky to lower and actually get it dialed in. So you're gonna need a lot of that stuff for that fine tuning. And then we got some adjustable end links, and then we got our BC racing coilovers. So we're gonna start buttoning all this shit on.
All right, front brakes are done. Vin's working on the back pads.
All right, so here's the trick. On these calipers, first you have to twist the piston in as it goes in. You can't just push it straight.
What?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Just for the rears?
Yeah. You're already in the middle of your project and you're thinking, I don't want to go to rent a tool. So what do? Struggle to get this hunk of shit out. This is a common thing for most cars with this type of parking brake. So it's a quick way to do it without having to rent a caliper spreading tool. You squeeze this. And you
Use the socket as a spacer?
you just use it as a spacer to spin it in.
Holy crap, you're smart.
That was out of desperation. I just figured that out one day.
These are some beefy boys. Big beefs. Wheels, tires, pads.
The Yokohamas look so sick. Such a good sidewall.
It's a great sidewall and a great looking tread too.
Is that on the lift?
It might, I hope it's on the lift because that height is unacceptable. Well, Vin, I don't know, these young whippersnappers over here are taking forever.
They haven't done anything.
You know why it's taking long? Because we're doing quality work.
Boom. Roasted.
Stay long because I don't know what the f
Now that's the right answer.
Look at these things.
Those are hot.
This is a chungus. We gotta do this because once you lower it a bunch and put it on the coils, the geometry is completely off, right? On these.
Yeah, it's super hard on these cars. Your castle's all messed up, and even to find these alone with all these arms on here, it's pretty tricky.
What are they? Who makes these?
Part Shop Max. We got lower arms, upper arms, toe arms, trailing arms, everything for this install.
Dang.
Yeah. I know. Hold on. It's just because we're rushing to get this thing done. But if you mount on this lower arm and then you try to put in a coilover, you're not gonna be able to get it in because there's literally no room to do that. So before you put this arm on, after you get all the other arms on, you wanna leave this one exposed, put it in the coilover, bolt on the 2 bolts on the top, drop it in, and then you wanna swing this arm to get that end link on there, and it'll go a lot smoother that way. All right, so the BRZ is finally done for today. We got the front suspension installed, the rear suspension installed. We left everything adjustable loose just to make the alignment guy's life a bit easier. We're still waiting on the Hawk brake pads, which will be here soon. And then we're gonna do some more stuff to the car before we actually hit the track.
There's like no gap right here. It looks like the wheel's like this. It takes that rear fitment.
Motegis.
Nala, what you think? Nala's unimpressed. I, on the other hand, am pretty hyped on how these came out. Look at these things. Woo! Damn. There's nothing like getting some meaty tires on here. Track stands, so it's not super slammed. Still got a little bit of room. These, wow, I'm shocked by these things. The MR152s looks really, really good on here. We need an alignment. The car won't roll without it. Dude, that rear sits low. For the track day, have to raise it a little bit, but I know you probably wanted to see.
Oh yeah, in the yard, I want this thing to be dumb.
Yeah.
To look like it's scraping the concrete.
I feel that. Well, that thing definitely needs a whole lot of alignment work because we changed a bunch of arms and everything. But this, right off the bat, we just adjusted ride height a little bit, got everything sorted. The brakes are wild. I wasn't expecting the brakes to be bedded in that fast and work that well. Dude, I got chucked forward in the seat. That shit it was crazy. You got to drive this thing and feel it. Still a bit of ways to go. We got some cleanup to do. We got some paint work. I fixed the fenders. We're gonna do a proper alignment on both cars. That's such a crucial thing. Even though we didn't change suspension in the S2K, there are alignment settings that make this car really come alive. Bit of front camber, a little bit of rear, toe out, toe in, all that stuff. These cars like certain settings on track. So we'll do that next episode. Gotta get these headlights taken care of. Those things are gross. That's like the #1 way to make a car look way newer.
Oh yeah, to make it pop.
Yeah.
So like after we get all the cosmetic stuff figured out and the headlights obviously cleared, like this thing's gonna turn heads.
Dude,
definitely.
I think so. And then looks wise, really all that's left for this thing is putting a carbon hardtop on, getting the paint fixed, getting it detailed, getting this bacon fender taken care of, especially on this side. This one's pretty rough. I think for now it's a good stopping point.
This is the perfect
What's happening here? Oh boy. Whoa. MST did this?
Yeah.
Nice.